Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise you can donate to my ministry and the charities that I support at garethcahoon3@gmail.com on PayPal. This one here is about Israel still lacks a serious communication strategy, former Jerusalem deputy mayor says. Israel media commentator and former Jerusalem deputy mayor Fleur Nassan Nahum says Israel still lacks a serious communication strategy after almost 3 years of war with the Iranian-led Islamist Axis. While Israeli soldiers are fighting pilots who have fought successfully in Tehran, Gaza, and Lebanon, she argues that Israel has been far less effective on the media front, where the Jewish state has repeatedly struggled to counter hostile narratives. Hassan Nahum, who is religiously observant and usually offline during the Jewish Sabbath, was initially unaware of the Hamas October 7th attack. She recalled opening her phone after receiving urgent messages from our journalist friends. She eventually turned on the television and realised the scale of the Hamas assault on Israel. At the time Hassan Nahum was serving as Jerusalem's deputy mayor, she was surprised when the BBC contacted her for comments on the Hamas atrocities. "We are at war," she recalled, thinking, "I'm not a soldier, but I can do this," she assessed. Hassan Nahum quickly became an unofficial Israel spokesperson, and her media skills eventually prompted the Israeli foreign minister to ask her for professional assistance. She remains highly critical of the Israeli government's handling of the communications, for the Israeli government still haven't woken up to the fact that we're fighting a narrative, Hassan Nahum told the Al Jameiner J100 podcast, referring to the widespread anti-Israel narrative in the Israeli media outlets. David Cohen, the Al Jameer CEO and host of the podcast, asked Hassan Nahum how Israel, a country led by experienced and skilled communicators like Bibi Netanyahu, still fail to grasp the importance of media communication. Hassan Nahum says that Israel's core communications problem has been its over-reliance on a handful of skilled communicators rather than establishing a comprehensive strategy. She argued that a country cannot afford to outsource its vital communications to a single individual or a small group of skilled commentators. She also stressed that effective communication begins with listening and understanding the audience. "It's not about what you want to say," she told Cohen. "It's about the audience you're talking to." In other words, Hassan Nahum explained, adding, "It's not about you, it's about them." She drew on her own experience during her campaign for the Jerusalem City Council, where she said she learned how to communicate effectively by listening to the voters. "I listened to them," she said. "I didn't pretend to listen to them, I actually listened to them." Traditionally, Israeli public relations has relied heavily on presenting facts. Nahum, however, believes an effective communication strategy requires a deeper understanding of how Israel's critics think and what they distrust and what moral vocabulary they use. A case in point is Israel's ongoing uphill media battle against the charges of genocide in Gaza. While Israel is focused heavily on presenting statistical facts, often with limited success, Hassan Nahum argues that the anti-Israel side has been more effective at using emotion and language than resonates with its audience. The result, she argues, is that many Westerners, particularly young people, are more inclined to believe Hamas's propaganda than Israeli claims. Fleur Nassan has also discussed Israel's communications challenges in previous interviews. In January 2024, Christian journalist Paul Calvert interviewed Fleur about Jerusalem's wartime response and its efforts to support Israeli communities affected by the Hamas October 7th atrocities. So this is true. Israel does need a better communication strategy because Israel has such a good story to tell about herself. All she needs is a few voices that can tell the good news and the heart that the Jewish people have, both for themselves and the Palestinians, because the Jewish people have, the majority of them believe in a two-state solution, which I believe would be the ruination of Israel. And it wasn't until after October 7th when Israel seen what the Palestinian people and Hamas can do when they get together in their evil decrees and plots. Israel definitely needs a better strategy of disseminating the news. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.